Hello everybody, and welcome back to Hallig Petrus. It's July. In a previous episode, which hasn't been aired because I'd forgot to sort the mic out, I was doing some triticale, and which is some of it's there, and no, some of it's not there. Some triticale and a wheat harvest, which we couldn't deliver because the tide had come in. So I stated that hopefully, as I will have to wait for the tide to go, if I was to exit the game and come back out, I was worried that completed contracts would finish and I'd lose the equipment. That is indeed what has happened. So all of this still needs to be harvested once the flood has gone down, and I've had to take on a new contract with a harvester and a trailer because the other trailer, which is full of wheat, has disappeared along with the harvester and all of the money for the contracts that were done. So we've got two contracts over here and some much bigger equipment. Just thought I'd, set up the premise of what this episode will entail. Now what we do need to do, pull it on the wrong way, let's just double check. That's the one that we've got the equipment from, I think. 38 is the one we want to do last. Organic farmer sales point. That is the farm down the road. So both these contracts can be done here on this island, which is good. The island curse had struck me again. Not really the island curse, it was more for some reason the bug of if you exit the game without taking your money from the contract, and that's it, it's done. It's going to be rather tricky. Oh no, I struggled with the small Rostel mash out a minute ago. Where are we heading to? That one follows on the other from the look of it. Good bit of equipment to be using. Very rare I seem to get to use John Deere harvesters. That's got to be at full tide. Check the map again. I feel like we're turning left, right even. Do 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 do. Oh, it's here on the left. Here it is. I mean, if one is nice and careful, one could pop that there. Beautiful. Lovely bit of kit this. I do hope, obviously we're at the end of 22, I do hope certain bugs that exist are sorted out on 25 as I would say that this, even though it's at the end of its life, it's not a complete game yet, is it? Because there's generic bugs in the main base game still. Mind you, to be fair, they've got the new Giants engine. They've probably just said, like, we'll only do critical updates, we'll focus on the new one from now. Right, looks lovely, doesn't it? Beautiful colour. This combine, I don't get to use this on Court Farm. Really good, I can see both sides on this. I hope that's sorted out on 25 so you've got a bit more of a guide on there. When you're combining, it is quite annoying when you, because normally you'd sit and look back, wouldn't you? Some of the combines we've got, it's not really an option. This might be an episode that finishes at the dark. Although it's July, it should be light till. I'm hoping that we'll be looking at the tide to drop at about 6, I'm hoping. It is fairly hard to tell. Well, this is quite a decent sized field, and this is a tiny one, so I mean, but this is no slouch of a field. I went for the most expensive options on leasing here, because on the other recorded version of this episode I went for the cheapest, and Well, didn't work. I'm gonna have to, definitely gonna need to go and fetch the trailer in a minute. Only it's not far. This rye looks really good. It's a nice afternoon for it as well. Good dryness. Both fields are ready to go, that's why they give us the shout. Let's go for a walk through the field. Maybe not. What's the water level saying? How did that? Must have clipped it on the way on the lift. Good collection of colours with the meadow action. La da da da. Annoyingly, I quit the game, but I didn't actually turn the PS5 off at that point. It was still on. Oh well. Yes. I do like the Volvo BM. I'd like this class trailer as well, actually. I wonder if the base game vehicles will have the features that the modded versions do, with like opening windows and doors and things. Said that the new game might be out by now, by the time this goes live. Yeah, it was right, wasn't it? Ooh. Let's go round. We could do a trip up to the lighthouse one day. I haven't really left myself room to turn. Oh, it's not the biggest header, is it? I might be able to. Oh, the screen works. Beans, not beans, but I wonder if the screens will be a bit more interactive as well. Oh, we've done it. We've done it. Yep. Get that back down. Of course, having a drink with all the farmers recently, they did say when it gets to harvest season, it is a case of all hands on deck, just in case the storm comes and the flood happens, which is understandable. And I said, oh, well, I'm here to help. I'm available for a very reasonable fee. A decent decent yield off this, I must say. I suppose I should come back to you when I've got a bit of progress done, because I think this field's got a fair way to go yet. First drop being made. Close to him. Ah, he's alright, he's not bothered, he's carried on. First field is done. It's a very tight map. First field is done. However, we filled this with 450 litres left. 1% for 38. Now that's not giving, that's good actually. I thought I'd record this bit as well, I said about the difference in sizes of the fields, with it one being paying about £1,300 and the other one paying about £8,000. There is quite a difference actually. You will see in a minute or two. And as soon as that water level's dropped, I think we're going to have to rush over to see if we can finish the other contract. I've got a feeling I'm going to end up paying for materials for that. Man, I suppose I can offset any rye that we're left from these two. Possibly, possibly not. Can we get there by going straight on? Yes. We didn't go that way, but let's find out, shall we? We've done some work on this field as well. Okay. Well, it belongs to this farm, so there's the harvester. And that is the field. Oh, it goes round. Ooh, you fighter. That's a big field. A really big field. This is going to take some time. I might even consider hiring somebody to drive this while I'm carting. Maybe. I'll see how we get on. I mean, it's got these woodland walks to go on as well, aren't they, that we don't. Just haven't been out yet. Obviously there's a need of getting cereal cropping. Oh, there was the whole beginning of the last episode I've not managed to go through. Well, that might have to be explained on the next one. Is this lady cutting across? Oh, this one's going, yeah. They're climbing, they're in some sort of weird 80s movie where people head off up to heaven. I mean, it's 2 and a bit full grain tank to this. For 1 trailer load. So I can go 1, 2. Anyway, they'd be nearly full done, wouldn't it? Oh no, it's not. It's nearly 3, isn't it? Because there's only 450 litres left. So yeah, probably get somebody in to drive for us. Yeah, that could be an idea. Certainly a potential. Go and get the trailer. I guess I'm not going to talk all the way through this. I'll play you some music and speed it up. The heat is on. I've just spotted the water level had dropped. So we need to make haste and try and clear this field as quick as possible. It's still got quite a bit to do on that massive field. Love the steering wheel on this leather. It's rippled a bit with the work. That was a side note. Edible beans is what the screen says. It's not. But it is moving. There is action going on. I like that. Not much, but PS5 version of the game I'm not used to seeing. Pretty sure the farmer that owns that field has just watched us connect up and go belting off, wondering what's happening. Thinks his equipment's been robbed, probably. Not the case. We'll be back as quick as possible. Say as quick as possible. If the tide comes in again. Probably shouldn't have attempted to do this right next to the tree. Right, we need to get carting, so I think the worker crack on there, son. We need to get over. Not there. There. This is just the other side of the causeway because I had to test it with something. I've ordered 2 more boxes. We will have to work into the dark if the tide doesn't come in. That's, you know, I've managed to keep most of the videos on this in the light, but it is what it is. We've got, I mean, got the lighthouse lights up anyway. It gives an extra bit to the ambiance. In here? Yes, it's in the 40-foot container. Glad I remembered. We probably are going to end up having to now, quickly. I was saying about getting a small tractor. That's come up in the sale. But it's 30 grand is an absolute bargain. However, I think it's too big for what we're doing. I'm trying to think of, I mean, 115 horsepower, 15 horsepower more than I'm saying I wanted to go to, but I just think size wise in our yard, is it going to be used for anything? 30%. Yeah, we're screwed on that. What's going to cost? What is it? Wheat. We'll have to buy wheat. Oh well, we'll get what we can. But yeah, it's perfect for ballyspring. That would be an absolute belter. the time of recording. But I mean, what are we going to use it for? Realistically, got to be honest, it's, I mean, yeah, we can 3-point front and attaches, but what, we're not going to be carting any big loads, are we? For contracts we are, but you know, we use they're provided for that. Try and get some air on here. Oh, so that side's come in again then. Ooh, nearly. Yeah, I don't know, I might get it off camera to test out, but I do think it's going to be too big. I mean, I have just spent best part of 50 grand on stuff that you've not actually seen yet, because that part of the video ended up on the cutting room floor. Still a bit of water there, isn't there? I wonder if that's coming back in. Nearly got a full grown tank. What are we going to go with? It's a massive bit to do, isn't it? So am I going to attempt to do this? I mean, I'll take over from here. Yeah, I'll take over from this. Oh, Matteo. Good work, Matteo. Stick around, because I wonder if I can get all of this in. Might be able to fit. Might be able to fit this in what we've got. We dropped 20,000 litres off, and that was 30%. So we need another. Unbelievable. So we'll need another 20. This will get us up to 90% if all of these get filled. So we'll see where we get to. I shall continue and come back to you. And I'm going to keep thinking about that fence. It's 10 o'clock. But we're finished. It's all done. Pretty much. We've just got to collect the last bits. Wedged in, haven't I? All done. We had to get 20,000 litres of wheat to finish off that other contract, which is a bit of a pain. So we've spent a fair amount of money on material like wheat and wages. But you know, that's what we've got to do to get hold of these cereal crops, isn't it? Let's turn that off. In fact, let's just park it up for them. I did enjoy that Volvo. Beautiful machine. And we've ended up with a little bit of money for our troubles, a big old slug, and 13,000 litres of rye, which hopefully we can use for the pigs or the chickens. But that brings us to the end of today's episode, so I'm off for a late dinner, cold beer and a lie down, maybe a lay-in tomorrow. But thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please drop us a like. It's been a slog to make, that's for sure. If you've not subscribed yet, feel free to hit the subscribe button. And if you've got any comments or suggestions you'd like to see happen going forward, feel free to pop them in the comments section somewhere on your screen. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye for now.